Hello students, this is the third part of the resources and development chapter. The topics that we would be covering in this video are land resource. Under land resource we will have land utilization and land use pattern in India, and land degradation and conservation methods. Now, land as a resource. The lithosphere on which we live is actually our land resource. And now, it is not possible for us to make the entire lithosphere habitable because of certain hindrances we have. Everywhere it is not possible for us to settle down due to climatic hazards, due to ruggedness of the relief. These are some of the reasons why we cannot. So the percentage on which we live, the lithosphere, we should make a judicious use of that, because we cannot increase the geopolitical boundary of the country. We cannot increase our land resource. Whatever we have, we will have to use it judiciously. Now here you will come under a new term. First time you will be hearing this. This is land use. What is the meaning of land use or land utilization pattern in India? Land use means the purpose for which you are using a particular land. So India has an area of around 3.28 million square kilometers, and there what are the specific activities for which the land is allotted or specified for that particular activities? Suppose land is allotted for net sown area. What is net sown area? That is the land used for pure cultivation. Cultivation of crops. That is net sown area. Around about 45% in an average of the land which we have in India is used for cultivation. Forests occupy a little over 22% of land area. Now the land area which we have in India as a whole, on the basis of that we must have 33% of forest. But unfortunately we don't have that due to indiscriminate exploitation of forest area. Today our land percentage means forest occupies 22% of the land of India. A little bit over 6% is used as wasteland. It's kept as wasteland. It is not used rather. Some we have for non-agricultural purposes like industries, residential purpose. Some land is used for pastoral need, for grazing of the animals. Some land is used for tree crops like orchards or some commercial trees, means trees with commercial value. Then we have fallow land. Now fallow land, two types, current fallow and fallow land. Current fallow means when a particular land is kept aside, not used for cultivation or any other activity for not more than one agricultural year. That is called current fallow land. And when a fallow land is kept to regain its fertility naturally, it's kept aside without any cultivation or using it for any other purpose for more than 1 to 5 agricultural years, then it is called a fallow land. So you can see the land in India is used for different purposes, and this is called the land use pattern. Hope you have understood what is land use. Now, our topic of discussion will be about causes of land degradation. Every day, every moment, due to our urbanization, modernization, industrialization, acres and acres of land are getting degraded due to different human activities. So we need to be cautious before everything is lost. So some human activities which have contributed significantly in the land degradation are deforestation, overgrazing, mining and quarrying. Now I told you deforestation. Deforestation is indiscriminate cutting down of forests. Early from the British times, for telecommunication, establishment of telecommunication, then railways, railway tracks, deforestation was done, and now also, since our population is increasing, we need more land for agriculture, for residents, for industries. So, we are cutting down our forests. The forest percentage, the area should have been 33% compared to India's land area. But we have only a little more than 22%. So this is a constant problem for which we should be very cautious and careful. Next is overgrazing. Now our animal population, that is the cattle population, that gives us milk, meat, butter, cheese, all the milk products which we get from the animals. The cattle population is increasing. Why? Because with the increase of human population, the demand for dairy products is increasing. The demand which we had for dairy products 20-25 years back, now we don't have, it has increased. The demand has increased. We need more butter, more mayonnaise, more milk, more cheese. So for that, the cattle population has increased. But the pasture land has not increased. A little above 4% we have pasture land in India. So what will happen? If the animals are increasing and they are grazing, if overgrazing is going on, then what would happen? The land used for pastures would slowly but steadily turn to desert lands. Desertification will be the result of overgrazing. And that's a problem in western states of India, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Maharashtra. They have a good dairy farming there. So overgrazing is a problem in these states of India. The third point, cause of land degradation, is mining and quarrying. Now, over-mining is going on due to increasing demand of the raw materials for industries, also for agriculture. So our mining region, Jharkhand, the Chotanagpur belt, Jharkhand, Orissa, parts of Chhattisgarh, MP, parts of West Bengal. So when we mine, normally what happens, the adjacent area, mining area becomes loosened, the soil becomes loose. So during that time, they fill up, after they extract the raw material, they fill it up, the gap they fill it up with sand. And now the adjacent area becomes unstable. So two things happen after extensive mining. One is desertification and another is one is desertification and another is landslide. So these are the three reasons, rather causes of land degradation. Now what are the measures? What are the measures by which we should conserve land? We should not allow further degradation. One is afforestation, one is planting of shelter belts, controlling overgrazing. We need to grow thorny bushes in arid regions for stabilization of sand dunes. We need to manage properly the wastelands so that they could be put into judicious use. Should control mining activities. And proper discharge and disposal of industrial effluents should be done. Anywhere and everywhere, industrial effluents, garbages should not be disposed before they are treated properly. So these are some of the conservation methods that we should follow. And what are shelter belts? Shelter belts are growing off big trees in rows besides or alongside the cultivation of small trees, so that the small trees get saved, get protected from the hazards of gusty and stormy wind. Shelter belts are specially made in arid areas, planted for protecting the smaller trees by planting bigger trees or taller trees alongside the small cultivations. Hope you have understood.